Okay, so before this video starts, I want to put out some warnings. First warning, this is my first nuzlocke. And second warning, I will be adding 2 rules that come from a hardcore nuzlocke. And that is, if a Pokemon faints, it dies. And I have to name all of my Pokemon that are on my team.
And third, I am not going to be a sore loser at this, even though it's my first time doing a nuzlocke with 2 hardcore nuzlocke rules, because I have some great news. I got some help from Google, like how Espeon is a good Pokemon for a nuzlocke. Also, there will be some cons about this, and some things viewers may not like, possibly, like fabric shaking when Pokemon attack each other, and a few other things like light flashing and so on. So those are all the things I wanted to say about this video and warnings. So without further ado, let's get into this. My first nuzlocke.
Also, I forgot to mention that I'm playing Pokemon Crystal. So, yeah.
Anyway, we're greeted by the intro of Pokemon Crystal. And yeah, let's get into the game. Spoiler alert, I'm not putting the real time or day. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, apparently for some darn reason, we're talking to Professor Oak instead of Professor Elm. I don't know why this happened, but that's just how it is. Anyway, after I confirmed that I'm a girl, I have to reveal my real name. Actually, just kidding, I'm not going to.
Anyway, after lying and saying our name was Amanda, we continued to play the game.
Oh yeah, and also, Google told me Meganium, which evolves from Bayleaf, which is a part of the evolution line of Chikorita, I'm deciding to choose Chikorita because Google says Meganium is one of the good Pokemon in the Johto region, aka the game I'm playing right now. Also, warning, now I'm outside, so you might hear a breeze. Anyways, I'm not trying to make this video very boring, so let's continue. Anywho, we finally start the game and we start off in our room as usual, and then we try to go downstairs, but of course our mom is gonna stop us. Or is it our sister? Anyway, later on in the game, we finally make it to a brand new town, and we meet our rival. And he rudely is going to push us. Wow, what a nice rifle. Well, you see, that's not really a real rifle. Yeah, not really, but of course every single Pokemon game needs a rifle. Anyway, we finally meet Professor Elm, and now we can finally get our Pokemon. Oh yeah, but of course, the moment gets ruined by an email. How in the world did you get an email, Professor Elm? You're making this longer than it has to be, sir. Anyways, I sped this up a bit, and I'm sorry if this is rushed, but this is so we can pick our Pokemon, even though I'm kind of interested in Cyndaquil because I like it, but but you can't get it because I'm a Chikorita. One of the good Pokemon Google said was an actual good Pokemon. I hope Google actually didn't lie to me about Chikorita being a good Pokemon when it turns into Meganium. I don't really quite personally like Meganium because of its design. The entire Chikorita line is basically like plain. But did you know? Well, I guess I could say fun fact. Chikorita's beta design was actually kind of it having a smushed body. Anywho, now we find this old hag, and he gives us a potion. So I guess this dialogue was actually useful. Anyways, we finally leave, and so, well, Alright, still looking at Professor Elm's place. Anyways, we finally got ourselves a Chikorita, and we run into a Sentret, and I decided to beat it so we could get some XP, even though I do like Sentret personally.
We then gained 16 XP.
Anyways, a bit later, we find a Pidgey, and we decide to take it down too for some XP, and hoping eventually we'll learn our first grass type move. And luckily, this Pidgey doesn't know any flying type moves yet. Anyway, the next town is Cherry Grove City, but I sped this up again, and we found another Pidgey. Another Pidgey for us to battle. So, we decided to take the chance to battle it and gain some XP, because we were really close to getting to level 6. After the battle and after Neptune leveled up to level 6, I got curious and I wanted to see its ability, but this game doesn't show me its ability, so I couldn't see it. And I don't think Chikorita would have ever had an ability yet. So, I just decided to give it kinda another berry, because it ate its berry in the last battle. Anyway, we went into a couple of wild Pokemon on the way to the brand new city, but eventually we made it after a few dead ends. And later we found another house, but it wasn't the house I was looking for. But in a way, it did have a wild area at the back, which is something I didn't know because I've never played Pokemon Crystal. Also, when it said I was at Route 46, I was thinking we would have met some strong Pokemon. But no, and this is what I actually saw. A Rattata. A Rattata. A level 3 Rattata. Anyway, later we went back to go to Cherry Grove City, and we finally made it. And then for some reason I decided to talk to this girl, even though she was going to tell me something very useless that I already knew. Anyways, we went to go talk to the old man for some reason, because I don't know why, but he was going to tell us basic stuff that we already know. He literally told me that a Pokemon Center heals Pokemon and their PP points, but duh, of course it does. And he also demonstrated things about the Pokemon art. Anyway, we get into the Pokemon arts, and they only had potions, antidotes, paralyzed heals, and awakening, so I just decided to buy 2 potions, so just in case we didn't get in trouble. Because not to mention, I can heal all my Pokemon in this game, but I cannot revive them. I also decided to grant my Chikorita 5 lives. That means it has 5 lives to live, so if it faints at some point, it'll have 4 lives. And if it uses up all those lives, then that means I can't use it ever again. The reason why I go into these lives is because I like Chikorita, and plus it would be useful on our journey. Oh yeah, and Neptune actually leveled up again. Anyways, I continued up the route, and it was Route 30, and it would lead us to Violet City. Then I entered a house that I thought was Mr. Pokemon's house, but it wasn't. But we did receive a berry. Not to mention, Chikorita already used up its first berry. And then I quickly decided to give Neptune the berry. Anyways, we still continued, and we found a wild Pidgey again. Not to mention, this is a Nuzlocke, and I believe in Nuzlocke that you can only catch one Pokemon per route, and that's not just in hardcore Nuzlocke. And I knew Johto had Marils because I watched the anime, and I really wanted to get myself a Maril because I like Marils. Anyway, it was a pretty long journey till we could actually find Mr. Pokemon's house. But we finally made it. Also, why were they so excited to go to Mr. Pokemon's house? Well, it was because he has a mysterious egg. But I'm not too sure if that mysterious egg was an actual Pokemon egg. But still, I got it. And apparently, Professor Oak was there. Also, I'm not really understanding why Professor Oak had to give us a Pokedex when Professor M could have got us one. Anyways, I decided to go back to town, but Professor M is gonna call us. Also, eventually I found a Hoppip, and this is what the actual audio was.
Oh my god, there's a Hoppip. Yo, I love them so much. And I love them so much.
Anyways, we ran away because I didn't have the heart to defeat the Hoppip. Anyways, later on, we meet our rival. And we have a Pokemon battle, and it turns out he has a Cyndaquil. Anyways, if this video can get over 100 views, or just 100 views, I'll make part 2.